Hey guys, what's going on? Jose here, and 20 something frames. Let me try changing it to normal. Any better? Any better? Not really. Well, I'll stick with 4 of them. So, what's going on? Probably not too familiar with this place, and there's a reason for that. This is my modded server. I'm going to go and apologize right off from the start about the background noise. That's my fan, or my air conditioner. I'm actually really hot right now for some reason. So yeah. Right now we've got a lot of stuff going on the server, and I'm probably going to start doing a few recordings here and there to keep you guys kind of up to date on what's going on, but more or less this is going to be tours. I'm not really going to be doing too much by myself, like too much actual doing on the server. It's more going to be me showing you guys what has been done instead of me actually doing stuff on camera. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Nice to see that I'm able to get decent frame rates. I mean, 30's good enough for me when I'm 28, 30 is good enough for me when I'm recording. Especially being able to play on far is pretty nice. So yeah, before I get any questions about it, this is a, wow, what, oh, I know what happened there. This is on the Direwolf 20 server pack. The only reason I'm doing the server, or a pack, instead of installing the mods myself, is because, and hear me out on this, I had it with my own mods, but just managing it all is really complicated, honestly. It's not a matter of managing it, but it's a matter of keeping everyone up to date and going through the technical difficulties if something goes wrong for them. It's honestly just a pain, and I'd been doing the hand modded server thing for about a month, and then I gave up on it because it got really old. So I've actually made a lot of breakthroughs on this server. Right now, by the way, we've got a few people on. My friend Marcus, also known in game as Malkovius. My friend Marcus, I've actually known him for almost a year now. We met at school, and yeah, Mike America and randomly, or underscore randomly, but he's randomly on the IRC. Both of them I actually met on the Direwolf 20 IRC chat, and they're really cool guys. A lot of the people, actually a good majority of the people who play on here are Direwolf 20 IRC users, I guess you could say. So, I don't want to make it sound like I just sit on that channel all the time, but I am I do have voice on there. But for the most part, what the reason they are on here is because they seemed like credible people. So, yeah. So we're gonna go check out my friend Marcus's place. I'm gonna go check out my friend Marcus's place, and he lives over here. A few people who get on here are not on right now. Two of the people who get on pretty frequently, but are not on. Who are not on right now, are oops, I'll fix that in a second. Actually, I can fix that right now. Are Blue OK API 12, as well as Clank. Clank is actually not on right now. He said he might be getting on later. So yeah, this is my friend Marcus's place. This all used to be a big village, by the way. I've slowly torn it down because we all know villages are terrible. And I've gotten. I'll show you guys my Thaumonomicon real quick before I tour my friend Marcus's house. My Thaumonomicon is not in that bag. That is concerning. So yeah, we're gonna check out some of the stuff. He just finished his Thom base. So yeah, he just finished it. He's got a crucible. Looks like a table here. Yeah, I see what he's got. So he's going to have an infusion altar here, and then these are going to be warded jars. So yeah, man, that background noise, I really apologize for that. I'm going to let him know. But yeah, I'm just gonna let him know about the Wrath Lamp. He doesn't really need it to be here, but I mean, if he wants it there, he can have it there. But yeah, he's got a nice little base here. This is all of this is his. This is Blue OK APIs. He's taken over this house. I really wish he hadn't, but you know, whatever. If he wanted to, he can. But he's gotten a lot of decent stuff done here. My friend Marcus, he's got some nice little engines and a nice little house here. I'm gonna portable hole into. So yeah, he's got a mailbox. I've been giving a lot of the users on here mailboxes and stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out. But I want to get out before he wrenches me with his sonic screwdriver. And what does this sign say? Oh, probably is talking about replanting. So we're gonna go check out Mike's place. Actually, you know what? Let's do Blue's. We're right here. So Blue has been on the server for a while too. This is his room. I kind of wish he had, or not wish. I wonder why he hasn't done iron chests, but at the same time, it's his thing. He can do whatever. And he's got a Thumb Lab, which is this guy way up here. This giant building, or this giant floating upside down pyramid, or inverted pyramid, is his lab. And, yeah. Now, I'll show you what all I've done. I have actually made my first ever tunnel bore on here. So that's why we have so many I've got so many things on me already, including we've actually gotten enough diamonds to make a link book modifier. So, yeah, this is what he's done. He's built this nice floating pyramid. Now we're going to go take a look at Randomly's base. He doesn't actually have a formal base, but what he does have, I'm curious, can I do this? Nice. Nice, and then do that. Yeah, I've got the Boots of the Traveler on, by the way, in case you weren't aware of why I'm able to jump so high and run so quickly. We're going to go give Randomly's base a visit right now. He actually doesn't really do much there. He mostly chills out around spawn. Keep in mind, this server map is about a week old now, and, yeah. We've done a lot, though. I'm definitely going to stick with that statement. We have done a lot of stuff on here. So this is Randomly's base. It would be nice if the server decided to catch up a little bit. But this is Randomly's base, mostly a big farm. There's actually used to be various different types of things. Different types of crops, but pigs came through and basically trampled it all. And then you've got his little storage room, and this, which is really neat. He's got a turtle cobblestone generator. And it dumps into a relay. Relay dumps into the pulverizer, so the pulverizer pulverizes it into from cobblestone into sand, and then a chance of gravel. If it's gravel, it goes into this barrel. And if it's sand, it goes into the input side, or into right here. And then if, as things go through the induction smelter, if you guys don't know how the induction smelter works, you'll figure it out soon enough throughout my single-player Let's Play. As the induction smelter smelts, the output is going to come out the red side, which is here, and then any rich slag it gets will go into this barrel. He actually used to have his rich slag in here, but he moved it for this purpose. Or for some purpose, I'm not sure what it is actually. And then he's got a nice series of Stirling engines, which I wouldn't have gone with them, but whatever. Completely up to him. I really cannot judge other people's builds because I've done a lot of really derpy things in my place. I am going to go ahead and say, though, that I'm leaving my place for last. So if you're wondering, oh, when's he going to do his place? It's going to be last, unless I find myself forgetting one of someone else's builds. Hopefully I won't. In which case I'll be like... In which case I will not be doing mine last. So this is Mike's place. Mike just got off, unfortunately, but he has got a really wicked base, actually. So he's got this nice little hut here with some forestry cherry planks. And he's got 2 stories of basically this exact same thing. And not the same thing. This is currently. Oh wait, no, it won't be in the end. But you can see he's got a few little IC2 things. But this is basically the first story. He's got a lot more plans for this than how it's set up now. Like there's actually going to be separate rooms, so it's not going to be big, wide, and open like this. It's actually going to be hallways and corridors and rooms and stuff. Same goes for here. Then he's got a few little pockets, and there's one here and one that's probably going to be here. It looks like. And as you guys saw earlier, he also has a very microscopic IC2 network thing here. I like it actually. It's really cool how small it is. I mean, it's average size, but he's just got his little thing here. It's about the same size as mine, come to think of it. I don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, over here he's got his wood farm. He is. I hope he didn't take all of these because we don't have any more. I mean, he could take them all. Just I hope he gives us some saplings back if he did take them all. So he's slowly been expanding these huge pods, and it really just looks awesome, if you ask me. He's got his various farms. I'm actually really enthralled to see what else he does with this build. So we're just gonna hop down, take a snack, and look at. I guess the spawn would have been a good place to start, but who am I to be logical? Marcus kind of rushed me into it. This is spawn. You'll spawn right there, and we have the link book modifier that I made, and basically I used a gravity gun, which is right there by the way, to move all these villagers around, and yeah, this is where the villagers went. A few of them died in the process because they either had terrible trades or were getting on my nerves. Most likely it was both. And we've got a few various biomes around here, just in case you decide you want to go exploring, or you need something like sand, like randomly needed earlier. And then we have the Nether. I'm going to go take a look at the Nether real quick. I've basically done everything here. This is basically our little nexus. We've got a very microscopic nexus here. And down here we also have a Nether pump, which is pretty nifty. We're using, or I've been using, I made this by the way, well, all of it except for what's now behind there. That's something Blue OK API did earlier. Basically we have all of these. God dang it. Okay, I'm sorry. I just realized what was supposed to be there and what isn't there now. Okay, yeah, what Blue did earlier. Blue got on here earlier, and I gave him permission to use some of my resources to do stuff. I come back, and he's made about 50 glass fiber cables with my diamonds. He's got an ender chest with my diamonds on it, but with the diamond on it. He has a diamond handsaw made. And he has gone through and used a lot of my stuff. And now apparently he made this system, which I've already seen. But he also managed to knock out one of the redstone engines, which I absolutely can't stand crafting. So I'm really annoyed with him right now. He was very, very wasteful. I've still got like 40 glass fiber cables left. Or like, actually no, I think I still have 50 glass fiber cables left. Because I can't use them. Yeah, let me grab my bow real quick. So this is our Nether. There's a Nether fortress right over here, actually. That was awesome. Total annihilation. So yeah, there's a little Nether fortress over here. It's not that great. I actually have already found another one that is a little bit better. We've gone through with soul shards and gotten all the blaze spawners out of them, though. We were left with a nice little tier 4 soul shard. Worked out really well. So yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the little nexus and stuff, and then we can go back to the overworld and continue on. Over here, Blue is building a nice building to sort of let us assign our ender chest colors, because we're going to get into them now, and it's going to get a little chaotic if we don't organize things. We have a nice little farm with a feed station. We have a lot of sheep here. I'm eventually going to set up an automatic sheep farm, or wolf farm. And then over here we have our forestry trees. These are all here because when we started this map, we are on Guild Forestry 1.6.9.3 or 4, or one of the 1.6.9.x, I'll say it like that. Basically, where you could still find forestry saplings is Dungeon Loot, and we found cherry and I found Mundane Larch and Balsa, and then yesterday Dale got on and found something else. I don't remember. He found teak and silver lime saplings, if I recall correctly. I want to say. So yeah, he found those. Over here is the automatic, or not automatic, semi-automatic cocoa bean farm that I made. It's just something that I felt like doing just because we don't even need cocoa beans. They're really useless in general. But, you know, you just go through here and push the button and replant. Plenty of cocoa beans. This was my flax farm and reed farm. Now it's just a reed farm that's kind of halfway dinked up. I need to expand it to be a full reed farm. I'm going with IC2 for my reed farm, though, because it is pretty much better, if you ask me. Over here is, was a Thaumcraft dungeon, and it is being slowly but surely turned into a XP farm. And, I'm trying to think of someone. Oh, I know whose base I'm missing. There's a few people's bases I'm missing. Over here is my Thaumcraft laboratory. This is where I'm doing my Thaumcraft stuff. I'll go ahead and cover the Thaumcraft building. I've gotten very, 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 very far. And, I've actually never gotten this far in Thaumcraft. So yeah, I've got some Arcane Alembics here. I've never had these before. I've got a lot of different essences here, or aspects I should say, and some water jars. So I've got these marker blocks here because eventually I'll have tallow golems doing everything for me. I just haven't made them yet. And over here, my goodness, this thing is crazy. This is our macro flax farm. I made this thing a few days ago, and it usually takes about a full real-life day to grow. I don't know why. It's chunk-loaded. But yeah, we've got a rat lamp up there to help light all this up too, to make sure it stays in the shape it is. But we have 151 stacks of string and 114 stacks of flax seeds. Over here is Dale's place. Dale got on. Oh Jesus! Let me go and take care of this now while I can. This is going to be a giant brain zombie, isn't it? Yes, it is. That actually went really well. Last time one of those guys spawned in, I died like twice. So yeah, this is Dale's base. Like I was starting to say, he only got on last night, so he's picked a nice little place. We were joking around with some cow jokes and whatnot, but he has a really cool little place. He hasn't done much though. Not yet, at least. I wouldn't expect him to. He just started. He's got a mine shaft, and that leads actually to a spider dungeon, which is where he found the saplings. And then he's got his little cottage itself, which is it's just that. It's a little cottage. So, heading back to spawn, eat some apples. Heading back to spawn, we're going to check out Clank's place, even though he's not online right now. At this point, the list has actually gotten pretty small. Someone else is supposed to be getting on here sometime soon. I'm debating if I want to even let him play on here because he's... he just got added to the whitelist, and he immediately was like, I'm going to ask you to... In a little while, I'll PM you and ask you... Or, PM you with a friend of a person... Or with the name IGN of a personal friend I'd like you... Or, with the name of a personal friend, I need you to whitelist. It's like, really? I didn't even want to whitelist you. I just did it because I was literally told by randomly that this is a good guy to whitelist. I don't want to be whitelisting 19,000 people. But yeah, enough with that rant. There is a few little cool little things here. Another nether fortress I found that I was talking about. But this is, let's go to Clank's Nexus. Clank's Nexus is actually really cool. I'm glad he did this. Outside is, well, literally that. You spawn inside this building. So I'm gonna just kind of ignore his. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna ignore these. His old house is actually gone, so this is pretty pointless. His machine room is over here. This is what it's looking like as of now. Oh my! I'm not even sure what happened there. Oh, now I know what happened. Jerk. We can light up this room. Got an arcane levitator down there, but the zombie got stuck in this little corner here, and wish he lit that up, but I don't have any torches to do it for him, so too bad, so sad. He's got some thermal expansion machines here, as well as a squeezer, and looks like a carpenter. Nice, nice, nice. Barrel almost full of cobblestone, mecha or exo modder. I'm used to calling them. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I'm used to calling them mecha modders because that's what they used to be. That's why there's an M on here. And a computer craft computer with a disk drive, and some Red Power 2 machines, as well as an alloy or project table. Pretty nifty. We'll just void that and go to my house now, because that's pretty much it. So let's get started with my place. I've already walked through here a little bit. This was the main building, the first one that got added, and then I kind of added on to it a little bit more. I've got another book, it just takes you to the same place. A nice little anvil, soul forge, packager, craft packed stamper, 2 alloy furnaces, another exo modder, and a slag furnace from factorization. And then over here I've got my IC2 machines. Nothing too extreme because I'm not focusing on IC2 at all, really. The only thing I've got is an induction furnace because I specifically like smelting stuff at insane speeds. I've also got a charge pad though. I love these things so much. If I stand on it, you can see my energy level in the upper left hand corner over here. Is it 99% if I stand on it? Oops. These boots sometimes will screw you over. It will drain energy out of it, and you see I'm at 100% charge now, and my legs should be charged too. You can hear my water mill system going off though. And it's got a 600,000 EU storage buff in there, as well as the actual MFE itself. I am lagging a little bit because my tubes are doing stuff. This is my apiary. This is where everything outputs into. I've got a pair of diligent bees here, producing stuff with some proven frames or proven frames. I'm not sure. I think it's proven, but I might be wrong about that. So that's why I've got so much stringy comb. And then let me show you the basement real quick. I'm gonna take the shortcut. There's just a ladder over there, but I hate taking ladders when I've got a portable hole. Basically what I've got here, this is my tunnel bore sorting system. Basically what it does is it void pipes everything that's in this filter and sucks things out of here at a very rapid pace and puts them into here. You can see some of the things my bore's gotten for me lately. It's off right now because it's very, very, very manual. I've got a coke oven that automatically pumps its stuff into this iron tank, and then I've got a factorization wrath fire here. In here is my nice little water bill system. Pretty nifty. It's producing, I want to say, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 28 EU per tick from this basically. My tunnel bore power, I can turn it off or on. I'm going to turn it off for the time being because although I'm not getting anything in there, I want to make sure that when we go visit it here in a minute, it's not going to try to move once we recharge it. And now for this back room. This back room has been a lot of fun. This wall used to be filled with barrels, and then I decided I didn't want to do a sorting system at all. I'm really having a hard time doing sorting systems without extreme lag, even with red power. Actually, only with red power. I haven't tried any other method, really. So I decided, you know what, I'll just do things pretty much manually, but I'll still show you some of the stuff I've got. I've got a few. Oh, lovely lag. That was nice. Got a few of these nice little guys. Let's see what's going on in my ender chest. Nothing. That's not right. I'll check that out in a minute. You can see I've got a few of these barrels for some stuff that I have a bulk amount of, like Nikolite and Redstone especially. Cobblestone, 190 stacks. You can see my resources. I am pretty wealthy. I don't want to brag, but I am doing pretty well. I love this. 2 stacks to create a propolis from those freaking bees. I've got a lot of Bane of Arthropod books, by the way. I found them all in a dungeon. I'm not even sure why. Thaumcraft stuff. My Thaumcraft book here. I'm actually currently working on tiny bow ties. Got a little forged lexicon here in a project table. Then my CC computers, which I literally have this just so I can play music. And then these are my turtles that I've used in the past to do a lot of stuff, but I'm not using them anymore. This guy's my mining turtle, and this guy is my tree cutting turtle. Taking a look over here, we have my machinery. We have a manual little system for my magmatic engine. These two are machines that constantly take in power, so I wanted them to be on their own line, which is what you see here. Basically, it's a thermionic fabricator and rolling machine with its own magmatic engine that I turn on and off as I need it. This filter is right here. It only takes out these lava containers. It has a power control, which you can see here, power switch here, and this is filled with the Zycraft lava containers. These are very, very, very useful. I cannot stress it enough. You'd be surprised. Aluminum cans can be used for some really good stuff with a freaking liquid transposer like this guy. So what I've got is that Nevid pump is pumping up lava and going into a liquid transposer, and it's filling up these aluminum cans with lava. I come here, put them in this chest. I could do an energy chest system, but I'm just not really inclined to do so as of yet. I got the filter only pulling these out, and if I come down here, this is the entire system. You'll see it's actually pretty crazy. Basically, this is that very same filter. It'll go into the hopper, which will go into this other liquid transposer, which untransposes it from the container, from the lava container, into pure lava, which outputs from the bottom and goes into all my engines. And the empty container, again, which outputs into this buffer, or a relay, my bad, outputs into the relay, which then goes basically down, over, and into my general output items chest. Let's see, how's my energy cube doing? Okay, so I can actually sample this for you guys. And then, on top of that, when lava goes into here, the lava will turn these magmatic engines on, unless I have told them to stay off by the control of this switch. And if they were on, they're going to pump all their energy into this energy cell, redstone energy cell, which outputs into all my machines over here, a machine that you can't see in this room, but in the next room over, and then as well as the liquid transposer, and that's actually pretty much it. Pretty simple little layout. Let's give it a shot so you guys can see. Of course, it's going to start raining, because why not? We're going to just turn this on for just a second. Actually, we'll leave it on. We can use some lava. The lava is going to go through my liquid ducts, and it's going to charge this guy up. So that's basically the system. And just to show you the energy control, or engine control, I should say. Oops. I'm going to actually turn this on, or leave that on, and turn this off. I wish I had some saplings, actually. I could really use them. So you can see my empty aluminum cans are going to go into this guy. So I actually lose no aluminum cans. Pretty nifty. This is my biomass room. Basically, quite simply, I have a transposer up here on the surface. I throw saplings into it. Goes into the hopper. Then from the hopper it goes into the fermenter, gets power from over here. You can see this kind of, it's hard to see, it goes basically back down, under, over, and into here. And I have my aqueous accumulator down here producing liquid, or water I should say. Then I've got liquid ducts. I love liquid ducts so much you guys don't even know. I actually love all of this new thermal expansion transportation. I really wish they would have their own item transportation method. I would use it every day. Which is pulling out, as you can see by the directional indicator there. Pulls out and goes into this iron tank, which is pretty much halfway full of biomass, which is pretty cool. So, that being said, that's pretty much this room, but that's not it. There's more to it than this. I have a tree farm. Why not, you know? Why not? Basically, it runs off of this electrical engine, which runs off of an LV solar array. It's pretty crummy. It's actually very manual. A lot of this is still in a very manual state right now. It's actually almost out of humus as well, which is a bit of an issue. It's running very low. Regardless, basically it cuts down the trees and it automatically sorts my stuff over into this chest over here, which has a lot of stuff. And then we can take a look at the functionality of my nice little thing over here. So I'm actually not going to throw it into the filter. Instead, I'm going to throw it into the fermenter itself. We're going to just watch it go. And you're going to see this guy's just going to shoot up with biomass. Pretty wicked cool in my opinion. So, I think this is pretty much it. These engines are starting to warm up a little bit. My energy cell is starting to go, actually fluctuating a bit right now, but that's just fine. Oh man, I love these things so much. Oh, I forgot to mention, I've got a few machines up here as well. A liquid transposer and magma crucible. This is for when I make more redstone energy conduits and redstone energy cells. Basically, normally I'll manually configure it, and when I don't have it manually configured, it doesn't do anything at all. But normally I would have it so that it takes the redstone, turns into liquid redstone, and then immediately goes into the liquid transposer. Got a carpenter where I was creating up some lapis earlier. I know I could have made blocks, but I prefer created things for some reason. It's not like it costs me much or anything. A centrifuge for my bee stuff, an induction smelter, pulverizer, and powered furnace, and in its current state it will output my items from the pulverizer into the powered furnace and then outputs into here. But sometimes I can have it so that the pulverizer outputs only the top. In other words, what I'll normally do is I'll put cobblestone into here. Only this top slot will output to the right. This guy won't actually output it all. And then my sand will go into here, and I can smelt my recipes like I normally would, and then it outputs outside or out to the back, where it routes around and into this output chest once again. So yeah, you can see this guy's still filling up, still doing pretty good. I did grab apples from here, right? I didn't say I did. No, I didn't. Been eating on apples lately, no real reason why. I'm curious to see why this hasn't been working at all. Because I'm supposed to be getting items in red. Am I missing something? I guess it just hasn't had the chance to do anything. So yeah, we've got some cherry fences here. I love these so much. I'm actually really loving this server. I can't quite say, or can't quite make it clear to you guys how much I'm really impressed with how things have been going on here. I'm curious to see how this is coming on. This is looking actually really fantastic. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I've got a lot of stuff that I've got planned to do as far as some better automation with some forestry machines. We'll probably move to a better system as well for some other stuff. A lot of cleaning up to do on here as far as a lot of things, actually. I got to clean up the flux as well as the actual material objects in this map, including the spawn area. It needs a lot of pathways and a lot of other stuff that I just haven't had the time to implement in lately. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the server tour, and yeah, I want to go ahead and leave it now so that people don't ask. I really hate saying no, or I really hate saying this in general, but in general I hate saying no to questions regarding this. I'm not actually looking for any more whitelist applications. Or not applications, but people to join on the server in general. I wasn't really looking for applications, I was just asking if they wanted to join. I'm not really looking for anyone else. At this point, I'm pretty much, it's not that I'm out of space for people on my server, it's just that I'm not really wanting more people on my server. Oh, I almost forgot one thing I did. I just realized one thing I did almost forget to show you guys. If I type /home bore, I have a tunnel bore. First one I've ever made. Ignore the ores that I'm passing by right now. I know it's probably driving all of you guys crazy. Don't worry, I always go back and get them in just a few minutes. I'm just not worried about that right now. I need some water real quick. Let me go back to my place and get some water. Part of why, by the way, I've focused on getting some biomass is because I wanted a way of getting portable power in that I can take biomass and put it in a can or in a container of any type, really, and just go. Take a biomass engine with me and just go. It's even more portable, in my opinion, than any engine, really. And so, for that reason, that is the reason that I chose to set this all up. Really the only things I'm hurting on resource-wise on the server is silver and, hurting on silver and lead more than anything, really. I've only got about a stack and a half of it, and I was using it rapidly on reinforced glass. It's slowed down a little bit now that I've got a good supply. But, even diamonds, I think I've got like a stack and a half now. But yeah, this is my first ever tunnel bore, so please keep this in mind. I know it's not a good design at all. In fact, it's actually a really, really, really bad one. What am I doing on ender pearls? Jesus, those last forever. But my battery box ran out, which is actually no, that's not why it stopped. It stopped because there's a piece of gravel here. Yeah, like I said, this thing gets jammed so easily, it's ridiculous. But I have to manually fill it with a battery, which actually isn't as bad as it sounds. I only have to do it about, I don't know, if I fill it up and it goes and doesn't run into any errors, it'll tunnel for about 30 minutes or so on this battery, or on a full battery box with a full BT battery here as a buffer. The setup here, though, is very simple. It's actually pretty common. That's interesting. Oh, my boots. I forgot about my boots. It's actually pretty common. Basically, what I got here is frubes. There's block breakers on the other side here. I got a wireless redstone signal here for my tunnel board control, and a timer going off every second. My bat box here, and 2 frame motors here. And basically what happens is it just pushes itself back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this as a new home. This is basically what I've been doing this entire time, is doing /set home bore. And I just return here anytime I need to. So I'm going to go get a more full battery and maybe fill up a few things real quick. Let me dump these into here. I don't need those there. So, yeah, oh, I forgot to show you, I've also got a little battery or solar panel farm over here. It's not really anything notable. It's just 4x4 solar panels with bat boxes. Pretty straightforward. I'm actually really simple on here, being really simple on here. Where the, oh, there they are. So we're going to just refill this real quick. Excuse me, I'm very tired. I actually had a very hard time keeping my eyes open for this recording. So, full one there, and I'm going to go home. Mouse, work with me. Thank you. Run downstairs real quick. Go down. And turn this guy on. And if we come over here, you'll see it working. It is lagging me like crazy. Oh, there we go. Much better. It could go a lot quicker if I had the timer set right, or if I had this repeater over here set right. But I don't. So it goes at whatever I decide to do. Just to come and show you this, though. This is basically what happens. Sorting system pulls it all out. Or actually, not even a sorting system. I had a sorting system, but like I said, it was lagging way too much. Basically, transposers are pulling out rapidly. And this is kind of how I get rid of a lot of stuff that I don't want or don't need as well. This is just tossed in this chest. You can hear the void pipe picking stuff up. It humors me. Seems like corium going through the system. So basically, anything that can will go in here. If it can't, it goes into the first chest it can. It's hooked up to what was 4, but is now 3 chests. I can actually shrink this down just a smidge. And then I think I might actually pick up a piece of cobblestone or 2. I'm too lazy to go to my main system and get some. I'm just going to do that and come up here and smelt it real quick. So yeah, like I said, very manual server right now. I haven't gotten into much automation as of the moment, but I have a lot of plans for this, really. Ideally, eventually, it'll get to a point where I just do... I don't even have to get on here. Everything can just go on my chunk loaders. Looks like some aluminum. But yeah, the only thing I can really suggest for you guys if you decide to play on the Direwolf 20 pack, definitely keep your aluminum and set up another pump, because it gets really, really easy from then on. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it, or end it here. I'm pretty tired right now. Very tired, actually. Can't really think of much else to talk about anyways. My energy cell's getting kind of full. This is getting very full. Eventually I'll just start filling up some type of container. I'm not really sure what yet. And you know what, though? let me make sure. I'm gonna grab some improvement frames real quick. I want to make sure that this other guy over here, while I know it's chunk loaded when I decide to go to sleep here in a bit, or here in a few minutes, I want to make sure it's got frames in them, because that might be why we didn't get anything earlier. And it doesn't. That's probably part of why. I don't even understand why I put a fence gate there. I just jump right over it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm exhausted, and I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed.